Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wisconsin Rapids Area Sports Quadplex for tonight's Wisconsin Valley Conference baseball matchup featuring the visiting DC Everest Evergreens and the home Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders. Good evening, everyone. Steve Ames alongside Olivia Zimmerman here today, and a little bit of a later start due to the rain that came through, but we're ready to go for a big-time matchup in the Wisconsin Valley Conference here tonight. Today's pregame show is brought to you by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. These two teams actually played yesterday. It was a 7-4 win for the DC Everest Evergreens and a big sixth inning for the Evergreens last night up in Schofield that propelled them to that win. Go through the starting lineups here for the Evergreens under head coach Dave Langben. We'll talk about Nate Langben here in just a moment, and pretty cool situation happening with two WIAA area baseball players that went off to college and are coming back home this summer to play for the Wausau Woodchucks. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But for DC Everest, batting first and at third base, number 9, Nevin Poppy. Batting second in center field, number 37, Ty Rohde. Batting third and behind the plate, Cole Van Slyke. Batting fourth in right field, number 8, Jack Dvorak. Batting fifth and doing the DHing tonight, number 12, Cole O'Brien. Batting sixth and at first base, number 22, Aiden Haupt. Batting seventh at second base, number 7, Logan George. Batting eighth and at shortstop, number 16, George Jablonski. And batting ninth in the left field is number 6, Brendan Hochberger. And doing the pitching tonight is number 1, Carter Miller. Of course, as mentioned, head coach by Dave Langben. Talk about the Langbens here. Nate Langben went off to Wichita State after his outstanding career here in the Wisconsin Valley Conference and coming back to play for the Woodchucks this summer, as well as Mosinee, Mosinee outstanding player Keegan Jerschley went out to South Dakota and had himself a nice spring and would be coming back to play for the Wausau Woodchucks this summer, which kind of is good news for Legion teams that those two players won't be in Legion uniforms this summer. They'll be playing for the very good Wausau Woodchucks ball club. For the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders, batting first in left field, Landon Freeman. Gage Honeyegger is on the mound. He bats second. Shortstop, Brett Simonson. Batting fourth at second base is Ethan Dillingham. Batting fifth is in center field, Jordan Seligowski. Batting sixth at third base, Jarrett Seligowski. Batting seventh and behind the plate, Silas Cronkrite. Batting eighth at first base is Eli Graff. And batting ninth in right field is number 7, Justin Tibbetts. DC Everest perfect in the Valley this year, sitting at a record of 5-0. Behind them, Stevens Point at 3-1. They are off in conference play this week. And they'll be, and then behind them is Wisconsin Rapids at 3-2. Rapids lost at Spash a week ago tonight. And before that, lost. And then after that, lost to DC Everest last night. So 3-2 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. And trying to hand DC Everest their first conference loss of the year. So it should be a good matchup here again tonight before we get to our national anthem here in Wisconsin Rapids. We'll take a quick break, hear from our friends over at Next Step before our national anthem. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Doctor basically said, you're going to be in a wheelchair and walking with a walker. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's my life? That's my life story? I looked around on the internet and I found Shai at Next Step Prosthetics. And I came in and met with him and I felt so comfortable here, so unfearful. He said, we're going to get you up and walking.
Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Number 3, Eli Graff. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 9, Justin Tibbetts. The head coach for Lincoln High School is Justin Pyan, assisted by Kevin Jastromski. The umpires for today's games are Bobby Blum and Art Bach. At this time, please rise, remove your hats, and face the flag as we honor veterans who have proudly served our country and those who are currently serving this great nation at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, national anthem is had, and we're ready to go here at the Wisconsin Rapids Area Sports Quadplex. Reminder that today's pregame show was brought to you by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Thank you, Mr. Bullis. Hochberger. I'll make sure to. Brennan Hochberger. All right, that's why we got people watching. I appreciate Braden Bullis, our DC Everest producer up there. Appreciate Mr. Bullis helping us out here tonight. Hochberger. We'll make sure we write that up as it is. Gage Honeyegger on the mound. Gage took a tough loss last week against Stevens Point. All 7 runs that he gave up, or 7 of his runs that he gave up, 3 in the second, 4 in the fourth, all came with 2 outs over at Buchholz Park in Stevens Point on Thursday last week. Wasn't pitching bad. A couple of throwing blunders, including by Gage, on the first out of the game, or on the first batter of the game. Airmailed Eli Graff. Didn't come around to hurt him, but then a couple of them later on in the game by his teammates. And Stevens Point able to place the balls just perfectly against Gage Honeyegger. See how his command is. A couple of weeks ago against Wausau East, struggled with his command early on, then settled down and pitched very, very well against the Lumberjacks. Last week, command wasn't an issue. It was just that Spash was able to put the ball in play with 2 outs and score 7 runs with 2 outs against Gage Honeyegger last week. They'll be going up against Nevin Poppy to lead things off, followed by Ty Rohde and Cole Van Slyke here. Nevin Poppy, a longtime evergreen in his final season here with DC Everest. Outstanding athlete in his time up at DC Everest. Gage Honeyegger on the mound. The first pitch tonight is at 5:19, and it's high and away, and we are underway here in Wisconsin Rapids. Starting a little late. Let the rain storms roll through. And we're back at it. Outside corner and good for a strike. Evens it up. Bet a ball and a strike. 50 degrees here in central Wisconsin. Slight wind out of the north. Not too significant. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's 1 away. 2 balls and a strike. Wisconsin Rapids back in action tomorrow. Don't want to look too far ahead, but back in action tomorrow against Oshkosh North, I believe. We'll take a look at it here. Outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Nevin Poppy. Nevin, our Zaleski Sports Player of the Game last night. Chris Conley on the call of that one up in at Simon Field. The 2-2 swung on, fouled at the plate. Poppy able to stay alive. Oshkosh North coming to the Quadplex tomorrow. Spartans, I believe. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Turn the field mic on a little bit louder here. Honeyegger, the lefty fires. Missed outside. Counter runs full now to Nevin Poppy. From head to toe for all your orthopedic needs, place your trust in Wisconsin River Orthopedics. Learn more at WROinstitutes.com. Only 3 games on the network tonight. 2 of them are girls soccer. And Honeyegger missed low and a leadoff walk to Nevin Poppy. We'll bring up Ty Rohde, the center fielder.
Number 37, Ty Rohde.
We originally had, I think, 14 games on the network. And, man, what an afternoon it was trying to figure all that out. But, yeah, a lot of postponements. That one's fouled off of Rohde at the plate, and 0-1 to tie. 2 soccer games. Assumption at Amherst started at 5 o'clock. We also got Wisconsin Rapids and DC Everest girls soccer going on 7 o'clock up at DC Everest Middle School. I believe that's where they play at 7 o'clock. Chris Conley and Braden Bullis on that one. Inside corner, and it's 0-2. Neon green shoes for Ty. That back left foot in the front back corner. It's kind of an oxymoron there, but it's the back front corner of the batter's box. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ty Rohde. Going to be hit over to first. Graff gobbles it up to second. They need the tag, and he's going to be safe at second. Nice play by Eli Graff. Rohde out on the 3 unassisted. And there's 1 away.
Now batting, number 19, Cole Van Slyke.
I'll bring up Cole Van Slyke. He had a 2 RBI base hit last night. The yellow bat. There's a strike in from Honeyegger. Nevin Poppy stands at second after a walk. Able to get to second on the ground out. Poppy a healthy lead over there at second. Stays put away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Jack Dvorak, the right fielder, awaits on deck. Going to be hit hard past first and foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Metallico in Wisconsin Rapids is one of North America's largest aluminum billet and slab producers. Come get to know Metallico and how their mission, visions, and values set them apart. Find your future job in Metallico and apply online at metallico.com. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Van Slyke. Popped up and out of play. Or into the screen. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Evan Poppy stands at second with 1 out. Honeyegger comes set and fires home. Just a bit outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Give you the defensive alignment here in just a moment for Coach Pion and the Red Raiders. The 2-2 now. It's going to be hit to center. Jordan Seligowski is there. Poppy will fake the tag, or he did tag, and now there's 2 away. Poppy stands at second base now with 2 outs for Jack Dvorak, the right fielder.
Jack Dvorak.
Infinity Exteriors installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. Poppy stands at second now with 2 outs. Missed a bit high, and it's 1-0. The 1-0. Breaking ball, good hold there by Dvorak, and it's 2-0. DC Everest. Beautiful Simon Field on the campus. 2-0 is away. 3-0. Cole O'Brien waiting on deck, the DH. Just added on to the school. A new beautiful inside corner. Dvorak was ready to bounce over to first base. The new beautiful Greenhack indoor turf facility. Had a couple of 6 softball games there. 12 softball games there this spring. High chopper to second. That's Dillingham. And that'll end our first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left via the walk. We've played a half an inning. DC Everest nothing. Rapids coming up. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsLiver.com.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
All right, to the bottom of the first inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be Landon Freeman, Gage Honeyacre, and Brett Simonson to lead things off against Carter Miller, the right-hander for DC Everest. Everest with conference sweeps over Marshfield and Wausau East. Got them to 4-0, and then the win last night over Wisconsin Rapids pushed them up to 5-0 in the Valley. Whitetail Properties Real Estate is your premier hunting land, farmland, and recreational land broker. If you're looking to buy or sell, Central Wisconsin agents are Brian and Evan Roosh at whitetailproperties.com. Landon Freeman to lead things off for Wisconsin Rapids. His numbers last night, see if we can pull those up here for you. Checking our game changer. Let's see what we got here. Get it pulled up if it will load here. Good old technology. But Carter Miller on the mound here with first offering to Landon Freeman, and that one's away for to Freeman. Give you the defensive alignment here in just a moment for the Evergreens as well. Last night's that was going to be hit over to second. That's George. And an easy ground out there on the 4-3 putout. Last night, Freeman was 0 for 4 with a run scored and a couple of strikeouts. Now Gage Honeyacre, 2 for 3 last night with a walk. Carter Miller on the mound. Hochberger out in left. Rhodey in center and Dvorak in right for the Evergreens. Poppy at third. Jablonski at short. George at second and Hopt at first. And Cole Van Slyke catching Carter Miller here tonight. Breaking ball. A high breaker in there for a strike. .22 pitches thrown there for Gage in that first inning. Miller stares in and fires home. The righty, another breaker and another successful strike. Has nothing in two. 325 down the lines here at the Quadplex Varsity Baseball Field. 365 to the alleys and 380 to center field. The 0-2 to Honeyegger. And off the end of the bat, just staying alive as Gage remains 0-2. A handful of games scheduled tomorrow of makeup games, postponed games from today. And we'll go through our schedule tomorrow later on. The 0-2 to Gage. A wild one high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball and 2 strikes here to Gage Honeyegger. Carter Miller stares in, fires to Honeyegger. That was going to be popped up. First base side, foul territory. Hopped over on it. Still looking off of his glove, and it hit the top of the fence. That was quite the ricochet from Hop to George, but it hit the top of the fence into Logan George's glove. That would have been a remarkable play. But out of play after it hit the top of the fence. And remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brewers were in action today on the south side of Chicago. Oh, my goodness. Getting pounded. Got pounded today. 8-0 to the White Sox. You cannot. And a 2-hitter. My goodness. White Sox 8-20-something. Colorado Rockies only have 4 wins this year, and one of them is against the Brewers. The 1-2 to Honeyegger. Line drive pass first. It's a fair ball pass hopped. Honeyegger uses his speed. He's going to go to first, and now he's going to track around second. He's going to try for third. It's a sliding triple for Gage Honeyegger. A rocket pass hop. Nothing that Aiden can do over there at first base. And now Gage Honeyegger stands at third with 1 out. Dvorak took a while to track it down, but not much you can do with Gage Honeyegger and his speed. He is pretty gingerly getting around those bases, though. Didn't want to fall and slip. And now it's going to be... It's caught to third. Got him a double play. A line drive to George. Caught it on the backhand and able to whip it over to third base and double off Gage Honeyegger. Wow. What a way to end the first inning. We've played 1 complete. Still scoreless. You're watching high school baseball presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with so many delicious favorites featuring hundreds of varieties of bratwurst, chicken, pork, steak, and so much more. No matter what you're looking for, everything you'll find at Ski's Meat Market is always fresh with so many local gems including pizzas, salsas, deli meats, and a variety of homemade dips, pasta salads, veggies, loaded baked potatoes, and drinks. Ski's is a one-stop shop for all your culinary needs. They're always adding new flavors and specialty products. Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Their quality is worth the stop.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Quite the end of that first inning. Honeyegger tripled, and then he was doubled off on the line drive by Simonson. If the infield was playing back, they were playing pretty even with the green infield. If they were playing back, it would have been a ground ball out. But Logan George was right there, able to make the backhanded catch and then whip it over to Nevin Poppy to end that first inning on the double play. Score update from Amherst. Assumption 2, Amherst nothing. Girls soccer over there. Great crowd watching online. Thank you all for watching here tonight on Zaleski Sports. We do have Wisconsin Rapids DC Everest girls soccer tonight at 7 o'clock up in Schofield. Cole O'Brien to lead things off, DHing tonight. He was on the mound last night, followed by Aiden Haupt and Logan George, the right side of the infield for DC Everest. Honeyegger at 22 pitches. 23 is good for a strike. Honeyegger, a long look. Deep breath taken and fires. Misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Freeman out in left. Jordan Seligowski in center. Justin Tibbetts in right. Jarrett Seligowski at third. Brett Simonson at short. Ethan Dillingham at second. Eli Graff at first. Behind the fastball. And it's 1-2 on the outside corner. Honeyegger, the lefty, junior left-handed pitcher, fires home. Just a bit inside, bit tight, 2-2. Gage looks in and fires on the 2-2. Breaking ball, just a bit outside. Cronkite looks back and asks where it misses. I disagreed as well. The 3-2. Swung on and missed. And the first strikeout of the night for Gage Honeyegger. That's the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened.
Aiden Hunt.
Aiden hopped at the plate now. First baseman looks at a strike. Away. Evens it up at a ball and strike. Logan George waiting on deck for DC Everest. Scoreless here on the top of the second inning. JV baseball going on behind us. The 1-1 in for a strike. 1-2 here now for Gage. Works quickly, the 1-2. And foul at the plate off at Cronkite. And remains a ball and 2 strikes here with 1 out in the visitor half of the second inning. Have Quality Plus Printing design and print for you. Invitations, tickets, booklets, banners, labels, postcards, programs, and so much more. All done with amazing custom work, quick turnaround time. The 1-2 fouls it off. Quick turnaround time, awesome customer service. Quality Plus Printing, getting your words out in Wisconsin Rapids. Ball and 2 strikes here to Hopt. Right back to Gage, and he'll underhand it to Graff at first for the second out. 2 up and 2 down now for Logan George, who made the play of the game so far
Number 7, Logan George.
on the double play to retire Honeyegger. Simonson, then Honeyegger. Coleman Schilling over there, the coach at third base for DC Everest. Outside, just missed. 1-0. Ritchie Funeral Home has been serving family after family in Nakusa and Wisconsin Rapids since 1957. Find the very best in personal service at Ritchie Funeral Home or find them online at ritchiefuneralhome.com. Offering to George, good for a strike. Honeyegger looks in and fires home. Now it's fouled at the plate right off the mic down there, and it's 1-2. We'll be back with these same 2 schools on Monday over on the softball field. It'll be DC Everest, Wisconsin Rapids as the conference season flips over. Rapids is supposed to be at Wausau East today. They're at Wausau East tomorrow. Postponed game. One of the quickest softball games that I was ever a part of. That Wisconsin Rapids Wausau East softball game. 55 minutes. Rapids won that 16-0. They only batted twice that night. The payoff coming here to George. And ground ball to Graff at first, and he will take it himself to end the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've played an inning and a half. It's scoreless. You're watching high school baseball presented by ShedSliver.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
4, 5, and 6 due up here for Wisconsin Rapids in the home half of the second inning. Dillingham, Seligowski, and Seligowski for the Red Raiders going up against Carter Miller. Carter only 9 pitches in that first inning. Gage Honeyacre had 22 in the first. And if my math is correct, 18 in the second. Up to 40 tonight for Gage through the first 2 innings. Ethan Dillingham, the second baseman, at the plate here for Wisconsin Rapids.
The second baseman, number 11, Ethan Dillingham.
Lights were on before we started play here tonight on the North Baseball Varsity Field. First offering, it's the outside corner for a strike. Miller works quickly as well. Gets a sign he likes from Van Slyke and fires home. Breaking ball missed high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike here to Ethan Dillingham. There's a swing and a miss on the slider, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Heard last night Chris Conley talking about it, how Simon Field is really greened up. Don't have to worry about that here. Always green at the Quadplex. There's a swing and a miss, and the first strikeout of the afternoon to the evening for Carter Miller, and there's 1 away now for Jordan Seligowski, the center fielder. Simon Field last year, the home of the Legion Regionals. Great hosts up there. Rapids, of course, the home of the state finals last year in the Legion. They'll be hosting the regional this year and over at Buchholz Park for the state tournament in Legion play. Now it's fouled at the plate off of Van Slyke. Took one off the inner thigh, and it's 0-1. Buchholz Park, also the home of the Division I sectional this year on Tuesday, June 10th. Division I sectional, and then Division IV sectional that Pacelli is in, and some other local area teams. Got moved from St. Thomas Aquinas. It's up by Crivets all the way back down to Memorial Park in Plover. So that is very helpful to us at Zaleski Sports. And make sure that depending on the teams, that we'll have at least those 2 sectionals for you. That one's going to be lined over the head of the shortstop Jablonski, and a 1-out base hit for Jordan Seligowski, and Wisconsin Rapids picks up their second base hit of the night. That'll bring up Jarrett Seligowski, the third baseman.
Number 18, Jarrett Seligowski.
Pittsfield back down to Blair Taylor this year. That's where they were last year. Lost to Oliva Strum. Auburndale, Amherst, Marathon. I think they're up in Chilton. Mosinee in Merrill this spring. If they're able to make it to a sectional. Jordan with a little lead over there at first. Jarrett at the plate. Misses low and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Silas Cronkrite awaiting on deck, the catcher for Wisconsin Rapids. Miller with the pulled up pulled up pants up above or just below the knees. The 1-0. There goes Seligowski. Throw down to second. Plenty of time, and they got him. Wow, what a throw by Cole Van Slyke. Plenty of time and a caught stealing. Van Slyke, a very, very quick release behind the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Seligowski. Wow, that was impressive. Just a matter of if Logan George is able to get the tag down. He did. There's a breaking ball. Buckled the knees of Seligowski, and it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jarrett Seligowski. Good defensive work for the Evergreens so far. The 1-2 coming back and swung on and missed. Van Slyke will record the tag and end the second inning. Couple of strikeouts and a caught stealing. We've played 2 complete. It's scoreless here in Wisconsin Rapids. You're watching high school baseball presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first sip to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
It'll be 8-9-1 here for DC Everest in the visitor half. The third inning, Jablonski, Hochberger, and Poppy for DC Everest. Again, going back, it's always like to stay informed, watching some DC Everest baseball this spring, and always enjoy listening to Chris Conley as Landon Jones behind the plate. He came in to warm up the pitcher, and I think Landon got hurt during that catching for Silas Cronkite. Coming up a little gingerly and helped off the field by assistant coach Kevin Jastrzomski. But smiles all around. I think he's going to be all right. But from listening to Chris, you get a good insight of the Evergreens baseball team. And you mentioned one of the best defensive teams that Everest has had in quite a while. And we've seen it so far, doubling off Gage Honeyacre. And then a caught stealing of Jordan Seligowski. So a couple of nice defensive plays so far for Everest to keep this one scoreless here in the second inning. Or now third inning. When plumbing goes wrong, where can you turn? The answer is simply Williams Plumbing and Heating. For new construction or remodel and working with residential or commercial, you can put your trust in Williams Plumbing and Heating here in Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be George Jablonski, the shortstop here for DC Everest, followed by Brennan Hochberger and Nevin Poppy. Jablonski had a couple of really nice defensive plays against Wausau East. Earned him a Player of the Game nod last week. First offering to Jablonski misses away, 1-0. That's going to be popped up behind Graff. He couldn't read it. He didn't read it well. That's going to be a base hit. Eli Graff stepped in. I don't think he saw it off the bat. And the first hit of the game is a bloop single behind first for George Jablonski. Tough read there by Graff. And now it's going to be Brennan Hochberger.
Number 6, Brennan Hochberger.
Hochberger, the left fielder, with a runner at first and nobody out. Nevin Poppy awaiting on deck. Jarrett Seligowski way in at third. Hochberger squares, pulls it back and misses. Runner at first and nobody out. Hochberger squares again. Offered at that one and missed. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Jablonski, a mediocre lead at first, not going anywhere except after the bunt. Offered at it again, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Hochberger. See if Jarrett backs up a little bit over there at third base. He's still creeping in a little bit at third. Doesn't score this time. Misses high, does Gage, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Honeyegger looks at Jablonski, fires on the 2-2, and line drive over the head of Brett Simonson. And the 8 and 9 hitters get the first and second hits of the game. Hochberger, who couldn't lay down the bunt, now comes through with a big hit over the head of Brett Simonson. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Nevin Poppy. Poppy walked and was left stranded at second in the first. Big opportunity here for Nevin. Graff in at first, way out in front, and it swung on and missed. Play here in the visitor half of the third inning. Scoreless, 2 on. There's another strike in there, and it's 0-2. Jablonski and Hochberger, the runners at first and second. Honeyegger looking for a big strikeout here. The 0-2 to Poppy. Off the hands and fouls it back. Econ Electric is your local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical service provider. Since 1970, Wisconsin Rapids and surrounding areas have turned to Econ Electric. It's Econ Electric of Wisconsin Rapids. The 0-2 here to Poppy. I think if Cronkite would have held that one better, it may have gotten the call. But away, and it's 1-2. Honeyegger fires. Bounced in there. Pitch number 52 already for Gage Honeyegger. No outs yet in this third inning. The 2-2. Gonna be a high chopper, tough play for Simonson. The rocket to first, low throw, that one gets past Graff. Jablonski will score, Hochberger will be held, and everybody's gonna be safe. It's gonna be an error on Simonson. Jablonski will score, and DC Everest leads 1-0. Poppy to second. Bad decision there by Brett Simonson. How to bring up the center fielder, Ty Rohde. Still nobody out here in the top of the third. There's a swing and a miss by Ty, and it's 0-1. Poppy pounded that one off the plate into the turf. That was going to be hit to center. Seligowski coming out and making the catch is Dillingham. Shallow center field. Nice play out there by Ethan Dillingham, and there's one away. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has a winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. That'll bring up Cole Van Slyke, a fly out to center field. Quick time called by our home plate umpire. Reset things and ready to go at it again. Cole, an outstanding catcher, had a big hit last night in the 6th. And Everest win. My apologies, we have 4 games tonight. We have a softball game in Eau Claire as well. Just a bit outside, 2-0. Hitters count here with 1 out in the third inning. Base hit will score 2 here for the Evergreens. And Honeyegger behind 3-0. Jack Dvorak on deck. Honeyegger behind 3-0. Right down 8th Street for a strike. Hochberger at third. Poppy at second. The 3-1. And walked him on 5 pitches. Second walk issued by Honeyegger. That'll bring up Jack Dvorak.
Number 8, Jack Dvorak.
The third base, or the right fielder, pardon me. And they're going to have a courtesy runner here over at first. Ryan Scholes coming in to run over there at first base for the catcher, Van Slyke. Outside missed. Graff in front of the runner at first. That's Scholes. The 0-1-0 off the end of the bat. Evens it up at a ball and strike. Cole O'Brien on deck. Hochberger at third. Poppy at second and Scholes at first. The 1-1 here from Honeyegger. Slow roller foul. And Honeyegger ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Inside corner, got him looking. And that is strikeout number 2 for Gage Honeyegger. That's the second Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. That'll bring up the DH Cole O'Brien. Quick pitch there by Gage. 64 pitches already for Gage Honeyegger. Bases loaded now for Cole O'Brien with 2 outs. Bounces in there, 1-0. Cole was the first strikeout of the night back in the second inning. The 1-0 here, O'Brien. Straight back into the screen, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Aiden Hopt chases it down and retrieves it for the Evergreens. Rapids will have 7, 8, 9. The bottom of the third, trying to keep this deficit at 1. Misses high, 2-1. Culligan Water specializes in all your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. O'Brien in a hitter's count, 3-1. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him. The 3-1 here from Honeyegger. Going to be hit to third off of Seligowski. They're going to send Poppy home. And 2 will score for DC Everest. More 2-out runs against Gage Honeyegger. The runners at first and second now. We'll see how they score that. It's got to be a base hit, right? That was a smash to third. Going to be right back to Honeyegger, and that'll end the third inning. 3 runs across for Everest. We played 2.5. It's 3-0 Evergreens. You're watching high school baseball presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
All right, welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. 3-0 DC Everest here as we play in the bottom of the third inning. Give you that stat line of that third inning here in just a moment. Yeah, nobody's scoring this game. What are we doing here? I guess we'll just go off of my discretion then. Give him a base hit. 2 RBI single for Cole O'Brien. 3 runs on 3 hits. There's an error. And 2 left on. So 30-pitch third inning for Gage Honeyacre. There's a breaking ball, and it's good for a strike. The last half inning, 3 hits, Jablonski, Hochberger, and O'Brien. There's an error on Simonson, and then 2 runners left on base were O'Brien and Scholes. And the 0-1 outside. I don't know where they got that 4th hit from. Just past 6 o'clock here in central Wisconsin. CMAVs alongside Olivia Zimmerman from the Wisconsin Rapids Area Sports Quadplex. The story of the last 2 outings against Gage Honeyacre have been 2-out runs. Gave up 7 at Spash, 2 here in the third inning tonight. 3 runs on 3 hits and error in that inning. This is a bit high, maybe inside. Miller comes set on the 3-1 to Cronkite. There's going to be a blooper to shallow center. Coming in, going to the knees and making the catch is Ty Rohde. The defense continues to flash here for DC Everest, and there's 1 away for Eli Graff.
Baseman, number 21, Eli Graff.
ShedsDeliver.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids. Get more information at ShedsDeliver.com. 1 away now for Graff, the first baseman. Miller fires home. 1 ball, no strikes. Get you some score updates here. Don't have a lot of them for you by any means. Appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Great crowd watching online. Thank you, thank you. On Mrs. High to Graff. Score from Amherst, 3-0 Assumption in girls soccer. We've also got softball in Eau Claire tonight. And they're in the bottom of the 5th inning. New Richmond, who beat DC Everest last year in girls softball playoffs, up 13-0 on Eau Claire Memorial in the bottom of the 5th inning. That one's going to be over pretty momentarily over at Eau Claire Memorial High School. 2 balls and a strike here to the Rapids first baseman. Miller fires. Graff swings and misses. Justin Tibbetts waiting on deck. Rapids got a couple of hits, but they were erased on a caught stealing in the second and a double play in the first. Breaking ball laid on it, fouls it into the screen, and retrieved by Rapids first base coach Kevin Dostromsky. Two balls and 2 strikes here. Eli Graff, Carter Miller on the mound. Kicks, fires. Breaking ball is a beauty. And there's strikeout number 3 for Carter Miller, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Justin Tibbetts, the right fielder. Top of the order due up next if Tibbetts is able to reach here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Outside corner pops it in the mitt for a strike. Carter Miller looks into his battering ram, Cole Van Slyke. That's going to be hit over to second. Logan George goes down to a knee, picks it up. Low throw gobbled out there by Hopt and ends the third inning. Clean third inning for Carter Miller. We've played 3. It's 3-0 with DC Everest. You're watching High School Baseball presented by ShedsLiver.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Midstate Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
Logan George will lead things off here for DC Everest in the visitor half of the 4th inning. Gage Honeyegger through 3 innings, 70 pitches already. Had a 30-pitch third inning, and if he does that again, he'll be out through 4 innings. Only allowed 100 in high school baseball, 105 in Legion, I'm pretty sure. And, yeah, in a tough spot already. Logan George at the plate, grounded out to Eli Graff to end the 2nd inning. First offering is good for a strike. George, followed by Jablonski and Hochberger. Jablonski and Hochberger, the first 2 base hits of the night for Everest in that 3rd inning. Wild one, slipped out of the hands of Honeyegger, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with more than 30 flavors of brats, along with chicken, steaks, beef, deli meats, local and seasonal favorites, and more. It's all at Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Logan George behind, a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 coming home. And loops it foul up along the first base right field line. The Evergreens will go and retrieve it, and it remains 1-2. Deep at-bats, long at-bats has really gotten this pitch count significantly higher here for Gage Honeyegger. 75th pitch is going to be grounded over to Simonson at short to first, and a bad throw again by Brett. And another error by the senior Simonson. So second error by Simonson. That'll bring up George Jablonski.
Shortstop, number 16, George Jablonski.
George blooped one over Eli Graff's head at first to start the 3rd inning. Holds it back and misses high. It's 1-0. Mutual Lawassa Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutuallawassa.com to find an agent near you. There's a swing and a miss behind the fastball as Jablonski, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Jarrett Seligowski way in at third base. Jablonski was not squaring that time. Logan George from first. Now he squares, pops it up and into the screen. And now Jablonski behind 1-2. Next up, Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Logan George, a couple of step lead over there at first. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Jablonski is out. Yep, Jablonski cannot. Yep, he knows. Jablonski cannot advance on the wild pitch. A strikeout there. That's strikeout number 3 for Gage Honeyacre. That's the third serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. And there's one away for Brennan Hockenberger. That was good hustle there by by George Jablonski. Run it out. And he knew it right away. You can't advance with the runner at first. Hochberger couldn't get a bunt down, and then he singled in the third inning. Came around to score later in that third. Outside corner, pops him in for a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 from Honeyacre. Pitch number 80 already for Gage is low for a ball. Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling. Place your comfort at home as their highest priority. Give them a call or find them online at rapidsheetmetal.com. The 1-1 from Honeyacre. Skips in there, and it's 2-1. Top of the order due up next, and Nevin Poppy. Long innings in the field for Rapids. Missed high and away, 3-1. Carter Miller just rolling on the mound for DC Everest. A 3-1. Ground ball, tough play again. Seligowski scoops it up, steps, throws, and retires. Retires Hochberger. Nice play by Jarrett Seligowski, and there's 2 away now for the top of the order. And Nevin Poppy with the runner at third and 2 outs.
Number 9, Nevin Poppy.
Already Nevin's third at-bat of the day. Rapids in the bottom of the third inning has only gone through the batting order 1 time. This is Nevin Poppy's third at-bat already. First offering to Poppy. Low and away. Poppy walked and reached on an error. Came around to score in that third inning. 85th pitch coming here for Gage Honeyacre. Carter Miller at 33. The 1-0 here to Nevin. Line drive. Diving catch is made by Brett Simonson. And that will end the 4th inning. No runs, no hits. There was an error and 1 left on. We've played 3.5. Halfway through this one in Wisconsin Rapids, 3-0 Everest. You're watching high school baseball presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
All right, top of the order here for Wisconsin Rapids in the home half of the 4th inning. Landon Freeman, Gage Honeyacre, and Brett Simonson. As the Red Raiders trail 3-0. Just the second go-around here in the batting order for Wisconsin Rapids.
Leading off the 4th inning for Wisconsin Rapids, the left fielder, number 9, Landon Freeman.
Landon Freeman grounded out to second. His first time up. Center fielder Ty Rohde, playing him to pole just a tad bit out there in center. Huge gap in left center field. First offering to Freeman. Misses a bit outside. 1-0. Three straight lefties in this lineup for Wisconsin Rapids. Freeman, Honeyegger, and Simonson. Drops low, 2-0. Carter's only, most pitches he's thrown in an inning, 13. That was the last one. 14 in the last one. That one scoots away from Van Slyke, and it's 3-0. For all your tire and auto service needs, look to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs is a sure thing to get you back on the road. That's Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. 3-0. And missed inside, and a leadoff walk to Landon Freeman. That was just the second 3-ball count.
Now batting the pitcher, number 12, Gage Honeyegger.
That was just the second 3-ball count of the night, and that'll bring up Gage Honeyegger, who roped one past first back in the first inning for a triple. Rapids' third base runner tonight. Honeyegger tripled, got doubled off. Seligowski singled, got caught stealing. Freeman a little lead over there at first. 5 out of the zone in a row here for Miller, and it's 1-0. Not sure being down by 3 runs you really want to risk stealing on Cole Van Slyke. Fill your home with the best from Home Furnitures. They've got home furniture. They've got sofas, sectionals, beds, recliners, lighting, tables, rugs, and so much more. Stop by and kick up your feet and find the perfect fit for your home. Home Furniture, they've got locations on Grand Avenue here in Wisconsin Rapids and Post Road in Plover. Again, not sure. Being down by 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th, struggling to get runs. You really want to test Cole Van Slyke after what he did to Jordan Seligowski in the second inning. Freeman 2.5 step lead, 3-step lead over there at first, just on the cutout. Stays put and missed outside. 2-0. Miller rolled the first time through the batting order, has thrown 6 in a row out of the zone here to start the bottom of the 4th. Fires home. Hits the outside corner. Good frame job there by Van Slyke. Van Slyke was set up on the inside corner, reached back to cross, and it was on that outside corner. That was a good spot there by Carter Miller, no doubt about it. The 2-1 to Honeyegger. Big swing and a big miss, and it's 2-2 now to Gage. Two balls, 2 strikes now to the Wisconsin Rapids pitcher, Gage Honeyegger. Miller looks at his runner. Freeman is back in time. Quick move there by Carter Miller. The move might not have been extremely quick, but the release there by Miller on the pickoff attempt to first was. The 2-2. Breaking ball is good for a strike. Carter Miller's breaking ball has been outstanding today. And that's the 4th strikeout of the night for Carter Miller. And there's one away here in the 4th inning for Brett Simonson.
8, Brett Simonson.
Brett lined out to second base. A tough out on the first pitch he saw in the first inning. First offering, long pause here. And time is going to be called Simonson called time. It was granted. Again, not always a guarantee to be granted a timeout. Saw that in the majors a couple weeks ago. Breaking ball is a beauty, and it's 0-1. Williams Plumbing and Heating is locally owned and operated right here in Wisconsin Rapids. For all your plumbing and heating needs, why look anywhere else? Call Williams Plumbing and Heating or find them online at williamsplumbingwr.com. Pick off to first. Hopped, saved a couple of base, or saved at least one base there on the throw over to first. Oh, 0-1 here to Simonson. Freeman going to be hit over to first and into right field. And a base hit there for Brett Simonson. Kind of faked the steal, did Freeman, then went back to first and then had to wait for the ball to get past him to be able to get to second base. Now there's 2 on and 1 out for Ethan Dillingham. Key Savings Bank is banking made easy, from personal banking and wealth management to mortgages, loans, and business banking. With locations in Wisconsin Rapids and Rome, you'll always have helpful, knowledgeable staff with a smile. Bank local with Key Savings Bank, Wisconsin Rapids. First time tonight, the Red Raiders have more than one base runner. And misses high to Ethan, and is 1-0. Struck out back in the second. Miller was rolling through the first 3 innings. A walk, strikeout, a single here in the fourth. Carter looks at his runners. Nobody holding anybody on. Breaking ball missed inside, and it's 2-0. Not missing by much there. Miller looks into Van Slyke and says, "All right, let's get this thing finished up here." The 2-0 here to Dillingham. Fires home. Dropped low. 3-0. Not pinpointing it as well as he had earlier. Except that breaking ball to Honeyegger was something else. The 3-0. There's one on the outside corner for a strike. Good spot to get back on the strike side of things. 3-1 here for Carter Miller. Freeman and Simonson the runners. 3-1. High chopper to third, and foul count runs full now to Ethan Dillingham. Jordan Seligowski waiting on deck for Wisconsin Rapids. Trailing 3-0. We're in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch tonight was at 5:19. Started late with the rain showers that came through all day long, I should say. It rained all day. The 3-2 here to Dillingham. Can be hit hard to left. It's hooking foul and out of play. Just a tad bit out in front of it. Count remains full here to Ethan Dillingham. 17th pitch. 17 pitches in this inning for Miller with 1 out. Logan George creeping over there at second. Not really a factor with Landon Freeman at second. The payoff coming home. Can be hit over to third. Poppy backhands it and he bobbles it. And Nevin Poppy is going to make the error over there commit the error at third base.
The center fielder, number 4, Jordan Seligowski.
That'll bring up Jordan Seligowski. Nevin Poppy tried to backhand it, and it bounced and rolled up his arm. And that'll bring up Jordan Seligowski, a single his last time up. Then he was caught stealing in that 2 pitches later. Bases are loaded now with 1 out for Wisconsin Rapids. These two teams have played some classic games here at the Quadplex ever since it has opened. Fouls at the plate, whether it be high school or Legion. These two teams have played some outstanding games over the last number of years here at the high school. Long pause here from Miller. Gets the sign he likes from Van Slyke. The 0-1. We hit past third and foul. And now it's 0-2 to Jordan Seligowski. Made a Custom Apparel specializes in providing quality decorated apparel, including from corporate casual, team uniforms, and promotional items to sporting goods and awards. Find just what you need to keep you looking great. Learn more at madacustom.com. That's MADA custom.com. The 0-2 count here to Seligowski. Miller fires home. Breaking ball missed high, and it's 1-2. The oohs and ahs from the Everest faithful just a bit high. His breaking ball has been remarkable tonight. Miller stares in on the 1-2. Fires home. Outside, missed. Evened it up here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jarrett Seligowski on deck. Freeman, Simonson, and Dillingham the runners with 1 out. The 2-2. He popped up, shallow right field. Dvorak coming in. He's going to make the catch. Freeman's going to try and tag. The throw is in time, and they got him. Oh, my goodness. Another remarkable defensive play. Jack Dvorak had the running start and threw Landon Freeman out by at least 3 steps. And that's the second double play to end an inning here tonight for DC Everest defensively. We've played 4 completes. It's 3-0 Wisconsin Rapids trailing DC Everest. You're watching high school baseball presented by ShedSliver.com.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Meda Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meda Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at MedaCustom.com.
So we go to the top of the 5th inning here in Wisconsin Rapids. It's 3-0 DC Everest, and another remarkable defensive play by the Evergreens defense as Jack Dvorak in right field had a long way to run, and that momentum continued to carry, and the throw was as good as it could get. And I honestly think that Cole Van Slyke was a little bit surprised that Landon Freeman was tagging and trying to score, and he just turned around and Landon was right there, and he tagged him out. Ty Rody to lead things off here in the 5th. First offering from Gage Honeyacre is good for a strike. The 0-1. Foul back into the screen, 0-2. And there's a swing and a miss, and Honeyegger picks up a strikeout. That's his fourth Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout of the night. And there's one away now for Cole Van Slyke, a fly out and a walk.
Number 19, Cole Van Slyke.
They're going to be hit past first and a foul, and it's 0-1. Like Carrie Van Ert with State Farm, be your go-to for all your insurance needs. Carrie and her staff are always there to help you understand your options and come away with the right coverage for you. That's Carrie Van Ert with State Farm in Wisconsin Rapids. Long look in for Honeyegger. The 0-1 is going to be hit foul right into the on-deck circle of Jack Dvorak, and it's 0-2. Honeyegger looks in, fires home, high and away. Try to get him to chase, and it's 1-2. Whether you're catching a game or gaming with friends, Solaris Fiber Fast Internet gives you the edge. No buffering, no delays, just smooth, reliable service from a local company you can trust. Get connected today at Solaris.net. Ground ball over to second. That's Dillingham. Tough play on the run, and Graff pulled his foot. And third error for Wisconsin Rapids tonight.
Now batting the right fielder, number 8, Jack
Ufta.
Dvorak.
Scholes will come in to run for Van Slyke. That'll bring up Jack Dvorak. Ground ball and a strikeout tonight for Jack. There's a slow roller to second, and Graff made a nice stretch. Just couldn't keep that foot on the base. First one missed high, and it's 1-0 to Dvorak. 93 pitches already, or so far, for Gage Honeyegger, and replay in the top of the fifth. Swung on and missed. And the throw down to second is not in time. And he got him! His foot came off the base. Ryan Scholes slid past second base, and he got tagged out. So a 2-4 on the tag out, and there's 2 away. Scholes was hesitant to get to second, didn't know if it was a foul ball, and then Dvorak told him to run. He got to second, but then overslid it. And the 1-1 away, and it's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike now to Dvorak. Good job by the base umpire as well, being right there. It's 3-1 now to Dvorak. Pitch number 96. Again, that was the pinch runner, Ryan Scholes. Popped up and out of play. Honeyegger at 97 here. 97 pitches for Gage. And credit Everest running up this pitch count. The 3-2 popped up and out of play again. Fouls one more off, and then it'll be Gage will be done. 98 for Honeyegger. Fouls one off, that'll be 99, and this is the 99th pitch. Quick time called by Dvorak. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the 3-2. Swung on and missed. Cronkrite's got to secure it, and that'll end the 5th inning. An exciting 5th inning. No runs, no hits. There was an error, nobody left. As Honeyegger picks up his 5th Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-0 Everest. You're watching high school baseball presented by ShedsLiver.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Scoreline here for the ball game. Wisconsin Rapids, no runs on 3 hits. They've committed 3 errors and have left 2 runners on base. DC Everest, 3 runs on 3 hits. They've committed 1 error and have left 3 runners on base. Carter Miller out there for his 5th inning of work. 56 pitches for Carter. Yeah, they could keep getting all these extra hits here. I don't know where they're getting.
Wisconsin Rapids, number 18, Jarrett Seligowski.
They may have given that single to, no, I don't know. Scoreboard says 4 hits for each team. I got 3 for each team, but whatever. Jared Seligowski at the plate now with nobody on, nobody out. Slipped out of the hands of Miller, and it's 1-0. Investor's Choice is Wisconsin Rapids' choice for financial investments, understanding markets, and helping you keep a well-run and financial well-being. It's as simple as visiting Investor's Choice for a conversation. That's Investor's Choice. Wisconsin Rapids. Backhanded by Jablonski. Wow. George Jablonski flashing the leather again, and there's 1 away. 1 up and 1 down now for Silas Cronkite. It's really all you can say. I mean, it has been a defensive clinic besides that one tough play for Poppy at third. That'll bring up Silas Cronkite, a fly out to center field, his first time up back in the 3rd inning. Miller has been efficient. Pitch number 59. Slid outside, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch number 60 here for Miller is fly ball to Dvorak in right. He was playing extremely close to center field. And a leadoff for a 1-out base hit. Dvorak was playing him to pull, and he was really even with that 365 sign out in right field. He had a long way to go and could not track it down. And a runner coming here will be Brett Fox, a senior for Wisconsin Rapids. Logan George, Jack Dvorak both gave it a look. Both gave him a look and could not quite get there. 4th hit of the game for Wisconsin Rapids will bring out Eli Graff. Graff struck out in the 3rd. Brett Fox stands at first base now with 1 out. Behind the fastball, and it's 0-1. Ski's Meat Market in Stevens Point. It's a perfect place to find a huge selection of brats, beef, chicken, and more. Get your specialty grocery items, deli meats, and even bring in your wild game. Get all at Ski's Meat Market. Their quality is with the stop. And the 0-1. Breaking ball is a beauty. Slider, cutter, curveball. Either way, it is a nasty pitch from Carter Miller. He's been pitching well. And his defense behind him has helped him out. The 0-2. Ground ball past third. Coach Pion with a nice play. If we have an opportunity after the ball game to talk to Carter, we'll ask him about that for sure. about his defense behind him. A couple of double plays tonight, a caught stealing. Pitch number 64 coming here for Miller. Ball and 2 strikes now. So that final score in Eau Claire is 13-0, I believe, New Richmond. In softball, Assumption with a soccer win over Amherst tonight. Last look, 5-0. 78th minute. 1-2 is good for a strike. Backwards K. That is strikeout number 5 for Carter Miller, and there's 2 away here in the home half of the 5th inning.
Now batting the right
See if they went down there.
7, Justin Tibbetts.
Tibbetts pops this one up to George at second. Logan tracks it and ends the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We've played 5 complete, 3-0 Everest. You're watching high school baseball presented by ShedSliver.com.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
All right, new pitcher for Wisconsin Rapids is Justin Tibbetts. He'll come in for Gage Honeyacre. Just a straight swap from the mound to right field. So he'll be going up against 5, 6, and 7 here for Everest in the 6th inning. Cole O'Brien, Aiden Hopton, Logan George. Gage Honeyacre goes 5 innings, gives up 3 hits, 3 runs. 2 of them earned. How many walks did he have? 2? 2 walks, 5 strikeouts for Gage Honeyacre tonight. Now Justin Tibbetts' turn to try and slow down this Everest offense so that in the top of the order for Wisconsin Rapids can come back up against Carter Miller. Again, Carter had 66 pitches through 5 innings. Efficient is what the cool kids say. And again, it helps a lot when your defense is behind you turning double plays and getting caught steals. And Justin Tibbetts will be ready to go. He looks at home plate umpire and says, I'm ready. Let's wind it up and get going here.
Leading off the 6th inning for DC Everest, the DH, number 12, Cole O'Brien.
One of the only no-hitters I ever called was over at Witter Field. Jordan Tibbetts against Stevens Point. I think that was in the summer of 2020 against Stevens Point. First offering from Justin, misses high and in. Cole O'Brien today, a strikeout and 2 RBI base hit. He had that rocket over to third base back in the 3rd inning that drove in 2. Inside corner, good for a strike. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. And the 1-1. Breaking ball is a beauty. That's just like Carter Miller's breaking ball. A high 12-6, 11-6-ish. Breaker. The 1-2. That was swung on and missed. Cronkrite steps to first. Got him. Ooh, nice play by Silas Cronkrite. And that's a strikeout for Justin Tibbetts. His first Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Tibbetts. Call Jamie Wenzel as Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf probably could never even happen. Aiden Hopt is 0 for 2 tonight. A couple of groundouts back to the pitcher. Tibbetts out of the windup. The right-hander is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. And we'll have our Key Savings Bank postgame show once this ball game wraps up. We're still in the top of the 6th inning here. Ooh, high and tight. It's inside. Hopton is 1-1. And the lone defensive change was Tibbetts to the mound and Honeyegger out to right field. Logan George waiting on deck. The 1-1. Drops it low, 2-1. The 2-1 from Tibbetts. Line drive. Oh, it looked like Dillingham had it, but right off the mitt, right past the mitt, and a one-out base hit for Aiden Hopt, the 4th hit of the night for TC Everest.
Batting the second baseman, number 7, Logan George.
Now Logan George, a ground out and reached on an error in his 2 at-bats. And the 1-0 here. Ew, in first strike. Now it's fouled at the plate. Ball and 2 strikes here to Logan George. Fouled off the end of the bat. Remains 1-2. George Jablonski waiting on deck. Playing the top of the 6th here. Again, if Cronkite would have caught that where it was him across the plate. There was one earlier like that with Honeyegger. May have gotten the call. That one missed outside. The 2-2. Fly ball to right. Honeyegger has the speed, foul territory, and Graff, he makes the catch. Oh, nice play over there by Eli Graff over his head, over the shoulder. And there is 2 away. That was a nice play. Honeyegger gave it a Honeyegger was right in his back pocket. He was ready to make that one. That was even more impressive by Graff. We couldn't get that one on screen for you, but that was a great play over there by Eli Graff. Now George Jablonski, a single and a run scored and a strikeout. That misses high for a ball. Next time if that happens, I'll jump on the camera, and I think this pole over here might have been in the way too. But nonetheless, Graff with a nice play, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Breaker in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. A 1-1, pardon me. One ball and 1 strike. Away, and it's 2-1. The 2-1. Bloop to shallow right. Honeyegger too fast. My goodness. Covers a lot of ground. That'll end the 6th inning. No runs on a base hit. We've played 5.5. Still 3-0 Everest. You're watching high school baseball presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with so many delicious favorites featuring hundreds of varieties of bratwurst, chicken, pork, steak, and so much more. No matter what you're looking for, everything you'll find at Ski's Meat Market is always fresh with so many local gems including pizzas, salsas, deli meats, and a variety of homemade dips, pasta salads, veggies, loaded baked potatoes, and drinks. Ski's is a one-stop shop for all your culinary needs. They're always adding new flavors and specialty products. Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Their quality is worth the stop.
Hey, as soon as this baseball game is over, go over and tune into Wisconsin Rapids DC Everest girls soccer, starting in about 10 minutes over in Schofield. Should be another good matchup. Smash at 2-0 in the conference. Rapids at 1-1. There's like 3 or 4 teams at 1-1, including DC Everest. So check that game out after this one concludes. We'll have Wisconsin Rapids girls soccer next week for you here on Zaleski Sports, taking on the Warriors of Wausau West. Rapids back in conference action next week as they will take on Marshfield Tuesday up in Northwood County. Thursday down here at Southwood County. Going to be a fly ball to center. Shallow center. Rhodey over and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th. 67 pitches here for Carter Miller through 5 1/3 innings. Bring up Gage Honeyegger, a triple and a strikeout tonight for Gage. Logan George, Aiden Hobbs move a little bit closer to the line. Jack Dvorak backs up a tad bit in right field. And smashes that one foul past first, and it's 0-1. And Key Savings Bank postgame show once our ball game concludes here tonight. 2 of our 4 games have concluded. Assumption of 5-0 win over Amherst in girls soccer tonight. New Richmond Tigers 13-0 over Eau Claire Memorial in softball. Over to first, hopped, underhands it, and Carter Miller able to beat Gage Honeyegger down the line on a 3-1 ground out. There's 2 away for Brett Simonson, a line out and a single tonight for Brett.
Now batting the shortstop, number 8, Brett Simonson.
So give Everest a half a game lead, or 1 game lead. Maybe 6-0. Spash didn't play conference games this week. Marshfield's conference games will be a doubleheader against Merrill tomorrow in Marshfield, starting at 4 o'clock. Those 2 games are supposed to be played today at Jack Hackman Field. Hackman not ready with the rain that we got today to be played on. The 1-0 from Miller outside, 2-0. Carter Miller tightening up just a tad bit. Here's the 2-0. There's one on the corner, 2-1. Ethan Dillingham on deck if Rapids is able to continue here in the 6th inning. Give the score line when we go to the top of the 7th here for both sides. The 2-1. Ground ball over to Poppy through the wickets of Nevin Poppy, his 2nd error of the night. And Simonson on for the 2nd time tonight. Nevin was waiting for it to pop up a little bit, and on this turf there is no give whatsoever. And that one went right through the wickets of Poppy, and that'll bring up Ethan Dillingham, a strikeout and reach down an error. Inside corner and miss, 1-0. Hard hit ball by Simonson. The 1-0. Slow roller, Miller backhands it, steps to first and ends the 6th inning. Nice play by Carter Miller. We have played 6 complete, no runs, no hits. There was an error and 1 left on. We've played 6. It's 3-0 Everest. You're watching high school baseball presented by ShedsLiver.com.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
All right, we go to the top of the 7th inning. It'll be 9-1-2 here for Everest. And stat line, score line here for the Evergreens. Give you that here in just a moment. But got a handful. Oh, Chapers. Told you we'd give you a schedule for tomorrow. It is a wacky. The work that was put in by our crew here at Zaleski Sports today came in and looked like a Christmas tree on our game schedule that we send out. Marinette at Wapaka, softball doubleheader tomorrow. Amherst and Nakusa got canceled. Pacelli is at Anago for some softball. Pacelli at Pittsfield baseball. Merrill at Marshfield baseball doubleheader. Assumption at Marathon baseball, softball. Not quite sure which one it will go to. And Stratford at Auburndale. Right now, they are hoping to play tomorrow in Auburndale. We'll keep you updated on that one as well at ZaleskiSports.com. Little chance of showers tomorrow as well. Nothing really in the afternoon. Brennan Hochberger at the plate. And the first offering from Tibbetts is high and tight over the head of the left fielder. So scoreline right now for DC Everest, 3 runs on 4 hits. They've committed 2 errors and left 4 runners left on base. Rapids, no runs, 4 hits, and 3 errors. Misses a tad bit inside. Name of the game, or the story of the game right now, Carter Miller on the mound and his defense behind him. And a big 3-run, outside corner for a strike. The 3-run 3rd inning. And again, the story of Gage Honeyacre's last 2 outings have been runs with 2 outs. Popped up and out of play. Spash scored 7 runs with 2 outs against Gage last week. The 2-2 here to Hochberger. And got him looking on the inside corner. There's strikeout number 2 for Tibbetts. That's the Surf Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout.
Now batting the third baseman, number 9, Nevin Poppy.
Number 9. Hit strike.
Poppy a walk, reached down there and lined out. That one bounces away. The 1-0. Hit hard to third underneath the glove of Seligowski. That'll be a base hit for Nevin Poppy. So 1-out base hit for Poppy. The 5th hit of the night for Everest. Comes on a rocket to left.
Now batting the center fielder, number 37, Ty Rohde.
Got to bring up the center fielder, Ty Rohde. First one in there for a strike. There goes Poppy. That one is going to be into center field. Poppy from first to third. The hit and run to perfection by the Evergreens. There's runners at the corners now for Cole Van Slyke.
Now batting the catcher, number 19, Cole Van Slyke.
Runners at the corners and one out now. There go. No, stays put, misses inside. And Cronkite was thinking that Rhodey was running. One ball, no strikes here to Van Slyke. Cole tonight, fly out, walk, and reach down an error. And Cronkite out to give a sign to his infield. Outside corner for a strike. One ball, one strike. Tibbetts on the mound. Runners at the corners and one out. Poppy at third. Breaking ball missed high. And Rhodey at Poppy at third, Rhodey at first with one out. The 2-1. Able to fight it off, swing at ball three, and it runs 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jack Dvorak on deck. There goes the runner and misses low and away. Count runs full. Stolen base there for Rhodey. Defensive indifference. Full count now to Van Slyke. Cole had a big 2 RBI base hit yesterday. Trying to extend this 3-0 lead here for Everest. And the payoff. And over his head and a walk. Now the bases are loaded for Jack Dvorak. Put an exclamation mark on this one for DC Everest with 1 swing of the bat. And they're gonna let Van Slyke run here. Infield plays in with 1 out. Back out of the windup for Tibbetts. Breaking ball inside corner for a strike. Dvorak 0 for 3 tonight, a ground out to second and a couple of strikeouts. And the 0-1 from Tibbetts. Hit to right, slicing. Honeyegger is going to dive and not able to make the catch. That was probably better off that he didn't catch that one. Poppy would have easily tagged and scored. Honeyegger gave an effort to it, but again, better off that he didn't catch it. Unless Dvorak comes through and smashes one into the gap here, then I will eat my words, but no balls and 2 strikes. And swung on and missed at a high heater, and there's 2 away. That's the third Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Jordan Tibbetts. That'll bring up Cole O'Brien. Cole's 1 for 3 today, a couple of strikeouts and a big 2 RBI base hit in the third. So far, the biggest hit of the night for DC Everest came in that third inning. Drove in 2 runs. The only inning that they scored in. There's a breaker in there for a strike. And hopped on deck if the inning continues. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. The 0-1. Gonna be hit past third and foul. Poppy bouncing out of the way. And it's 0-2. That is exactly the reason that you lead off in foul territory if you are at third base. If that were to hit Nevin Poppy in foul territory, it wouldn't matter. If he was in fair territory, he would be out. The 0-2 can be hit to third and underneath the hands of the third base coach, and Josh Bush just staying out there. Retrieving the baseballs. And the offering to O'Brien. The 0-2. Fouled into the screen. Staying alive is Cole O'Brien. Cole on the mound last night for Everest. DHing here tonight. Just past 7 o'clock here in central Wisconsin. Again, this game started late. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. And Tibbetts, a couple of big strikeouts to leave the bases loaded. We played 6.5. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Last shot here for Wisconsin Rapids, trailing 3-0. They will have 5, 6, and 7 due up. You're watching high school baseball presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Go to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be Seligowski, and Cronkite for Wisconsin Rapids, trailing 3-0. Carter Miller out there for his 7th inning of work at 75 pitches. So you take that into consideration. Miller through 6 innings is at 75 pitches. Rapids pitchers combined through 140 pitches here tonight. Gage Honeyacre was at 99. Justin Tibbetts is at 41. And that is how we stand here right now for the ball game as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
Leading off the bottom half of the 7th inning for Wisconsin Rapids, the center fielder, number 4, Jordan Seligowski.
Jordan Seligowski to lead things off here in the home half of the 7th.
Go Black. Go boys, come on. Come on, boys.
Jordan tonight, a single and a flyout. Rapids has only batted, this is the 3rd time at the plate. First offering is going to be a ground ball over to Jablonski at short, and got him by half a step. Nice play by George Jablonski, and there's 1 up and 1 down on 1 pitch.
Now batting the third baseman, number 18, Jarrett Seligowski.
That'll be Jarrett Seligowski, a strikeout on the ground out tonight for Jarrett. Rapids lost 3 of their last 4 games. Going back to that Spash game, they split a doubleheader on Saturday against La Crosse Central. Ground ball to Jablonski. And 2 up and 2 down on 2 pitches here in the 7th inning. And now Silas Cronkite with 2 outs. Talk about efficiency. Carter Miller is the poster boy for it tonight. On 2 pitches, he's got 2 outs here in the 7th. He's only at 77 pitches. He could end this one at 78 in just 7 innings. And Cronkite looks at a ball low. At least get to 79. Well, Carter Miller. Cronkite singled his last time up back in the 5th. And the 1-0. And that should do it. Jablonski gets all 3 putouts here in the 7th, and DC Everest remains undefeated in the Wisconsin Valley Conference as George Jablonski gets all 3 putouts here in the 7th. And Everest remains unbeaten in the WVC. Carter Miller goes the distance on 79 pitches, and we will have him in our highlight house we'll have him in the highlight house when we come back. You've been watching high school baseball presented by ShedsLiver.com.
We have something that we're trying to create at Key Savings Bank called Outward Energy. We don't just want to have the doors open, our members walk through. We want to be where they are. We go to meet them, we participate in their events. We think that's vitally important for us to show that Key Savings Bank is a part of the communities that we're in.
We received a very positive reaction from our community. On average, we had 250 to 300 kids alone that entered our building for the Halloween party. That didn't include the adults, grandparents, parents that brought the children. It's wonderful to be out in our community grocery shopping with my Key Savings Bank apparel, and families walk up to me and say, "Hey, I attended your Halloween party."
So about a month ago, I was approached by Sheriff Becker of Wood County Sheriff's Department, and he asked me if we'd want to participate in the Back the Badge bench press meet. So Key Savings Bank sponsored, had a $500 sponsorship to that, and I myself participated in that. And it was a really great experience. There was about 40 different people that participated throughout Wood County and actually the state. So with the Sheriff's Department obviously doing so much for us and throughout the community, it was just our way of giving back.
And now when I tell my friends and family what I'm doing or what I do every day or what involvements I'm doing, like, "Oh, that's the bank that offered the Halloween party. That's the bank that does the Christmas party. That's the bank that sponsors these golf events." So our awareness alone has just become amazing in the last year.
Key Savings Bank participates in a lot of these events. We love to do it. We love to know the community and the other businesses within the community. It's rewarding to see smiling faces. The kids event, when we bring them pizza, there's not just one winner, there's multiple winners. Cheese pizza is one of the coolest things that these kids love. And just seeing the smiling faces is outstanding. Probably the funnest event that we do is what you see behind me here is our coloring contest for local kids. It's a fun event. We do a lot of fun stuff with it on our Facebook page. The voting goes nuts because it's the community that votes for it. And at the end, there's a lot of participation. So that's the best event.
We had Thursday grill outs. We did that. We were raising money for the Rome Canine Division. We set up in mid-June to have grill outs each and every Thursday all the way through till the middle of August.
Numerous amount of golf outings where.
All right, welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids as the DC Everest Evergreens pick up a conference win here tonight over Wisconsin Rapids. Here, there's Zaleski Sports Player of the Game, Carter Miller. Carter, as efficient as you can get, 79 pitches, 7 innings. Just talk about your outing tonight.
Honestly, I just looked to attack the zone. I was really looking to just locate my off speed. Hasn't been doing that the past few games, and so I got that down today. My curveball is really working, and so I would just attack fastball, keep them guessing, and then once in a while I'll throw in a curveball and get a strikeout or two.
And just talk about defense. You had a couple, you had a caught stealing, you had a couple of double plays. How much confidence does that give you with the defense behind you like you got?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I'm always thinking throughout the game, like if there's a runner on first, I know he's fast. I'm gonna slide step and give my catcher a chance. So it's honestly great to see my defense play out there. Like that first inning when Logan George had a diving catch and got the double play at 3, that was huge. Like that was just a huge confidence boost for our team, and it just kept rolling throughout all 7 innings.
6-0 now in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Just talk about the run you guys are on so far here in the Valley.
I mean, it's honestly amazing. Like last year, we had Nate Langman and Cole O'Brien both get injured, and that like really put us in the dumps a little bit because we had some pitchers that had to step up, and thankfully I was one of them. And so we definitely had a rough, bumpy road last year. And so coming into this year, we had a lot of confidence, and it's going well, so it's great.
Perfect. We'll put you in the house, all right?
All right.
You know what to do?
Yep.
All right, I'll back out of here. All right, go ahead.
My name is Carter Miller, and I'm in the house.
Congratulations, Carter. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. No all right, with that, we're going to sign things off here from Wisconsin Rapids. And congratulations to DC Everest 3-0 winners over Wisconsin Rapids tonight. And Carter Miller, 79 pitches in 7 innings. Outstanding on the mound. Again, great defensive performance from the Evergreens tonight. In their win, they are now 6-0 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference here in 2025. For Olivia Zimmerman, this is Steve Mave signing off. Have a great rest of your night. We'll talk to you again next week right here